This is what was left of Cynthia Choi's Altadena house. Piles of rubble, ash, and debris. The Eaton wildfires pummeled through Altadena, leaving behind a row of charred streets. The co-founder of Stop AAPI Hate says the wildfires came without warning.
I did not get any alerts, certainly no alerts to evacuate.
An orange haze in the distance could be seen in the Eaton canyons. The fire seemed to be quite a distance away. Concerned about her family and animals, an overnight bag was packed. Did you get any of your passports or anything?
I mean, Mary, we were not packing thinking that we weren't going to be able to come home.
Choi, her daughter, and pets got into the car and left. Her husband stayed behind.
A lot of back and forth texts, Sage is very upset, you should come. And he said, I'm staying.
At 3 a.m., Choi's husband warned other neighbors and tried to put out embers, but law enforcement officials told him he needed to leave now.
This house had special meaning to him. He loved that house, his first home, something that he could call his own, working so hard.
When deputies told him to leave, that was the last time the family saw their home intact.
This has been a traumatic event for me and my family. And we've been coping in lots of different ways, So I've been worried about my daughter.
We contacted the Los Angeles County Emergency Operations Center to ask why the Chois never received an emergency alert warning or notice. We are still waiting on a response. In the meantime, Los Angeles County officials opened an investigation and issued this statement after millions of California residents received inaccurate information on their cell phones. Los Angeles County shares our residents' anger and frustration about erroneous emergency alerts. As we continue our in-depth investigation of this serious breach of public trust, we have taken immediate actions. Even at 3 a.m., when a mandatory evacuation was in place, Choi says her husband still did not get an emergency alert. This is a situation between life and death. Hopefully, new procedures and technology will be put into place. The public relies on information contained in emergency alerts to stay safe.
We also need to think about prevention. How do we make sure this doesn't happen again? Was loss of life preventable? Were these fires preventable?
The fire ravaged through the Choi home and destroyed many things in its path. But one thing was left standing, this library, and inside, even the books are still there.
To me, I think that is a hopeful sign and really has a lot of meaning, especially the little library, because it was a gift that my daughters gave me during COVID, and it was the one way that I could connect with our neighbors.
The library and these Buddha statues are the only items that survived the fire. The next step will be to rebuild their home and their lives.